Hi you guys, it's me, Tiffy, and I'm back again with my brother Timmy.
Hi.
You may remember him from my other videos. So I've invited Timmy today to help me with my comic book haul, and we're a little late on this. This is actually my comic book haul for June.
Yeah.
But Timmy is an expert in comics, or semi-expert, I guess.
Yeah, expert enough.
Expert enough. He knows more than me, so he can talk nerd talk for people.
Or at least make sure you call them the right numbers.
Yes. So anyway, the first few ones are some ones I got for my birthday from Timmy. And this one is Mickey Mouse and Goofy Explore Energy Conversion. Yes,
this is a educational comic book that was made as a teaching tool in the 70s. So this is something that some twerp stole from his elementary school when his teacher was trying to teach him, use Goofy and Mickey to teach him about energy economics.
And this one is also a birthday comic I got from Timmy.
Yeah.
This is Harley Quinn number 42, and as you guys know, I love the miniseries Old Lady Harley. This was the first appearance of Old Lady Harley.
Yep.
Is there anything you couldn't tell us about this comic?
First appearance of Old Lady Harley. I mean, that says it all.
You don't know. He hasn't read Old Lady Harley yet.
Yes.
More about that later. The next comic is another birthday comic I got. And this is, I have this comic already, but this one's different.
You have a preview copy of this.
Yeah.
You have a preview of this comic.
So this is the full comic,
yeah.
And it is, of course, the Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
No.
Do you know how to say her name? I am sorry. Like, don't get offended.
Just say AOC.
Okay, AOC comic and
yes.
The Freshman Force. But anyway, that's her comic. She is a political senator.
She is either a senator or a politician. She's from New York.
Yeah, she's for the Democratic Party, and she's younger. That's her thing, and she has like new ideas and stuff. Yeah. If you guys don't know, but that's basically her comic where she's a superhero.
Ocasio.
So,
that's how you pronounce
Ocasio.
it. Ocasio Cortez.
Okay. And another birthday comic I got is an old one. This was 12 cents when it came out. We didn't pay 12 cents for it.
Yeah, Silver Age. This is a Silver Age.
This is Walt Disney Comics and Stories, and this is the 25th anniversary issue.
Yeah, Gold Key.
And it's right here.
Gold Key used to do a whole bunch of old licensed comic books back in the Bronze Age, Silver Age, and Golden Age, actually.
Right.
So that used to be the go-to for all licensed comic books. They used to make all. I don't know what happened to them.
Alright. And then these other ones I'm getting into are ones that I've bought mostly from Timmy because he had a comic book sale.
Yeah.
So the first one we have here is Damage Control.
Series 3, number 3.
Yeah, what he said. And Damage Control are the people who, like, basically are the cleanup crew after the superheroes come in.
Yeah, it's a comedy comic book about the people who have to clean up and find things that the superheroes left behind. It's a really funny comic book. They were going to make a TV show of it at one time and
decided not to.
But they haven't referenced in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's the place that Damage Control is actually the company that screws over the Vulture and Spider-Man Homecoming. So that's the company that leads the Vulture into a life of crime because they take his contract.
And then next we have Groot.
Number 2.
Why did I say 3?
No, number 3.
And looks like Silver Surfer's in this one.
Yep, that's the cover on there. Silver Surfer.
And you guys know who Groot is. I'm sure he's a key member of Guardians of the Galaxy. There's merch for him around everywhere, particularly him as a baby.
Yep.
And this one is interesting. I wonder if it'll ever come into play in the MCU.
I'm not sure about that.
But this is the Guardians of Nowhere.
Spin off of Yeah, number 4.
It's a spin-off of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
And it's a tie-in to the reboot of Secret Wars.
Okay. So I'll let you know about that.
Yeah, so the 2015 version of Secret Wars that's the tie-in copy.
Yeah. And nowhere, if you remember, like from the movies,
the giant floating head.
Yeah, that's where like the collector was, right?
Right.
Okay.
Now you're getting it.
And then we have Alias Purple Part 4.
That is Alias number 20. What is it? Alias number 27.
Which is Jessica Jones's comic.
Yes, that was Jessica Jones' first series.
Right. And
that is actually part of the thing that was part of the first season of Jessica Jones. This is part of the storyline of Purple Man.
Yeah, what he just said.
Yeah.
And then we have Steve Rogers, Captain America 4.
Yep.
Civil War 2.
Yeah, there's a Civil War 2 tie-in issue.
And as you can see, it looks like Captain Marvel and Iron Man aren't very happy at each other, and Captain America is trying to keep peace.
Yeah, if you want to explain what Civil War 2 is, what's going on here is, on top of Captain America becoming Hydra, in the background of all of that, there was a fight between Iron Man and Captain Marvel about whether or not they should use a clairvoyant to start punishing people before they even commit crime. So it's Civil War 2 is basically the superhero version of Minority Report.
Correct. And then we have Peter Parker Spider-Man. And I just got this because I had Thor on the cover, and I really like Thor.
That's actually a variant cover, believe it or not. It's a 1 in 4.
And then it's number 2.
Yeah, number 2.
And he knows all about Spider-Man, so I'm sure he could tell you
That might be one of the
exactly about that Spider-Man.
Yeah, that might be one of the first ratio variant covers they had in comic books. It's really early. It's a really big gimmick that we're probably not going to get into in this video, but it's a big gimmick they use to sell comic books.
And then we have the sensational She-Hulk. I don't know.
That one's number 13.
Number 13.
Yes.
That's the cover.
That's She-Hulk Volume 2.
Yeah, and I don't know.
It's really funny.
Okay.
She-Hulk in the sensational She-Hulk is she's self-aware that she's in a comic book, and she uses that device just like Deadpool would. There's one of these issues where she actually fixes the problem by ripping through the pages to the final page to solve this, to get to the end of the story.
And this is the sensational She-Hulk number 3. And it looks like Spider-Man's in this one.
Yeah, they literally add Spider-Man to the cover when this comic book came out, because it was not a good selling comic book. They add Spider-Man to the cover so that people would pick it up, and they literally reference that on the cover. In this 3rd issue, time for our obligatory guest star, and here he is now.
Hi, kids! And then we have, this is a free comic book day comic. It wasn't free for me, but
It's 50 cents.
This was back from, don't tell them that. But anyway, this is back from 2010, I believe?
Yes, that's the free comic book day of 2010.
Okay, and this is Iron Man and Thor.
Yep.
And if you guys don't know who Iron Man and Thor are...
What are you doing?
Yeah.
How'd you get here?
Yeah, how'd you get here?
Why are you watching this video? Like, have you seen a movie last 10 years?
And
have
then,
you been locked up somewhere?
And then we have a little break from superheroes. And we have...
Another gold key.
Yeah. It is Walt Disney's Cinderella. Was this have an issue, or is this just a comic?
No, I believe this is just an adaptation of the movie
Okay.
from Cinderella.
But it's really neat. Like, I love Cinderella, so I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, Gold Key had this weird way of numbering comic books where they would just change what the title was, but it was just a Walt Disney comic book, so that number right there is what issue it was. But they number really weird, but it's good Silver Age comic book to have.
And then we have another one of these DC Hanna-Barbera crossovers, which this is one for a cartoon that I'm not really familiar with, but I figured I'd pick it up.
Yeah, great reboot.
Yeah, it's one of the gritty reboots. But it's DC, The Rough and Ready Show. I don't know who those are. If you guys have seen Rough and Ready before, comment below.
I actually watched
Let me know.
an episode of this for this video. It's just a dog and a cat that end up getting themselves in trouble all the time.
Huh.
Yeah, they like hang out and just mischief happens wherever they're around.
So most early Hanna-Barbera cartoons.
Yeah, exactly, all of them. Everyone knows
Just different animals.
Yeah, same voices though. The voice of the dog is the voice of Huckleberry Hound.
Huh.
Yeah.
And then next we have Mechanics. Is that how you say that?
Close enough.
Okay. Which is a very
It's a
PG-13 cover.
Actually, I believe it's rated PG. Yeah, it was.
Oh.
It's a spin-off series of X-Men about Kitty Pryde when she tried to go to college, and how that is terrible for a mutant.
Yeah, and that is it's a miniseries, looks like, right?
Yeah, 6-part miniseries.
Okay, so that's 5 of 6.
Yep.
This is also Mechanics. This is issue 3 of the 6, and I don't know what's going on here, but it don't look good. Somebody looks angry.
Yep.
And then we have Mechanics issue 2 of the 6. So I have part of the miniseries, like half of it. And then we have Captain Britain and the Mighty Defenders. Wah!
Number 1, a tie-in to the 2015 Civil Wars.
That guy looks like Spider-Man Captain Britain.
That is not what Captain Britain looks like, but that is a Spider-Man character, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
It's been a while since I read that series. Well, not that series, but all the Civil War tie-ins.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I just got this because Timmy's always talking about Captain Britain. I've never seen I don't know who that is, so
Well,
I wanted
Captain
to find
Britain-
out who it was.
Well, I thought Captain Britain was going to be really huge because they mentioned the Earth that him and Spider-Man are the same from in all the trailers for Spider-Man Far From Home.
Right. And then we have another Mechanics that I forgot about. And this is the first issue of the 6 issue series. And then finally we have for number 3.
Well, it's for number 709.
Oh well.
It's it's number 3 of that series.
And
They renumber them all the time.
who is that? Thor and who? Is that
Uh,
Thor?
That's Thor. That's Loki. That's the girl from.
That's Hela.
Hela. There
Her
you go.
sister. That's the cover. It's pretty neat. I don't know why they're. That's uncharacteristic of either of them.
Yeah, you should crack it open and read and figure out why they're kissing her hand.
I plan on it when I'm good and ready. But yeah, so that is my comic book haul for June. Sorry it's a bit late. Have you guys read any of those comics yet?
I hope so, because they are old. There's nothing new there, but they've been around for a while.
Yeah. It's not like, are you interested in reading them? If you have read them, like, comment below and let me know what you thought. Do you have any comics you're reading that you would like to know? Would you like to buy a copy of Weatherman from my brother? Because he has 8 of the same thing. Let's tell him that story.
You want to do that story?
Yeah, let's do that story.
Okay, well, we better get this comic book. I don't have the comic book here.
We don't have the comic book here, but quick
let's-
story before we go.
Yeah, let's get back, because I guess I was trying to explain this earlier. Okay. So, like I was saying with this is a ratio variant of a cover. So that means that in order to get this cover, a store had to order a specific amount of comic books, and then they got one of these for free. So this was a 1 in 4 variant, which was, I believe this is one of the earliest ratio variants. I'm not sure when they started doing this, but this was some gimmicks that probably started in the 90s, somewhere around there. But it's a gimmick to get people to get comic book stores to order more comic books than they can sell, but so they can get one of these issues. Weatherman just restarted. They started the second volume. The first issue of that had a 1 in 10 variant, which had a really, really cool art cover on it. And I really wanted it. And I went to my comic book store, my local comic book store, LCS, and the guy said, "Yeah, I can get that for you." And what's typical with these, the reason why people want these is because they value them more. They typically go for what is called at ratio, so typically you charge $1 for every ratio it is. If you have to buy 20 comic books, which is usually standard for ratio cover, it's supposed to be a $20 comic book. That one comic book you get on top of the 20 you ordered, that one you're supposed to be able to sell for $20. So he told me that he could sell it to me for cover price, which is a really good deal. But then he told me that he was only planning on ordering one, so I had to buy 8 of them, plus the variant cover. So 9. So I spent
quite a lot of money.
$32 on
Getting a comic when it first came out.
Getting one comic book.
When it first came out.
Yeah, it gets worse too. Because the next day, the pre-sales on eBay didn't sell. So sometimes people will go on eBay when they found one of these good covers going on. They will go and issue a pre-sale. They'll already tell people, "I'm getting one. I'm going to sell it before it even comes out, so that people can get it." Pre-sales were going pretty high, but now this is like $10. I could buy this cover online, and I could have saved myself $20 and not have to haul around 8 other copies of that comic book.
Yeah. So, needless to say,
you read Weatherman.
If you're looking for a copy of Weatherman, this guy right here knows where you can get a few.
Yeah. You should really read Weatherman, though. It's a really good comic book by Image.
Yeah, I haven't read Weatherman. He's the Weatherman.
You should read it. We should trade next sometime.
But, yeah. That's it for this haul video. I'm probably going to get off of here and go do some stuff.
Buy some fireworks? 4th of July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Might not be when they're watching it.
Probably. Who cares?
But yeah. So, if you haven't already, make sure you give this video a big like. And make sure that you are subscribed if you're not already. Because if you're not, what are you doing? Make sure you hit the bell so you know when I got new videos up, when I go live, when I got new stuff going on. And, you know, leave a comment below. And other than that, have a great day. Bye!
See ya.